I can't believe it.
Oh no!
Oh God, no more questions.
No more questions. Welcome to String and Tell, where artists get to talk about their actual interests while we make as many friendship bracelets as we can in 20 minutes. Then at the end of the show, you, yes you, can own one of the bracelets created by my guest here today by visiting the link in the description below. And as always, 100% of the sales are donated to a nonprofit organization of my guest choice. I'm your host, Tommy Pickles, and I'm joined here today by voice actor E.G. Daily, who you may know as Tommy Pickles on Rugrats, Buttercup on the Powerpuff Girls, and literally hundreds of other roles in animated series, films, video games, and live-action movies and TV. Today we're donating 100% of all bracelet sales to Last Chance for Animals and Toby's Small Dog Rescue.
Can I just do this and grab a bunch?
Absolutely. I have a lot of goodies here, so you can do whatever feels comfy
I
for you.
like it. What are these little guys?
Those are charms.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Little charms. Okay.
Oh,
Are you a
good
craft
set.
person?
I am when I have time. If I had all the time in the world, I would just craft. Have you ever made friendship bracelets before?
Only when I was on a vacation in Mexico.
Not as a kid?
I mean, maybe we did make some little thing.
Like a little bit, like at camp, summer camp?
Yeah, at a camp. I'm not really, I should be more crafty.
Yeah, it's soothing. It's very meditative.
That's what they say, and that's why everyone's like, get a hobby.
With what time?
That's what I mean, but it does help your brain.
Yeah, keep everything sharp. The last time we were talking, we had kind of started chatting about all the changes that are happening in the industry and navigating that.
That's right.
What do you think about what's going on right now? Because I have thoughts, and I feel like, we've both been doing this since the 90s.
Yeah.
And things have changed a lot in 30 some odd years.
Yeah, it has. Everything shifted with COVID, right? Mm-hmm. Because you went from being in the studio and then everything's shut down. And then luckily I had just put my studio together before COVID. And when they called and said, do you have a home studio? I'm like, yes, I have a good one.
Yeah.
And so I was able to do like 2 seasons of new Rugrats from home, which was great. And I was living in Malibu, so I had this little makeshift studio built for Malibu. It was a tiny little place, and it was fantastic. Yeah. But people are in a panic right now, I think.
Yeah. Do you think in general, or just for voice acting, or everybody who's working?
In entertainment, there's a lot of, what are these things called verticals now people are doing? What is that? Can you explain
the verticals, they are kind of like little baby mini soap operas.
What does that mean?
The verticals are those same shape as like Reels, TikToks, and they are like these little mini, super dramatic like soap operas, and they're short, they're bite size, which I think is really indicative of kind of how people are consuming media.
They
nowadays.
Just want little bite-sized bits.
And on their phone.
Yeah.
Like I'm noticing that a lot, is people are not as enthusiastic about that long form entertainment, like feature-length films, even TV shows.
They just want a bite size.
They want shorter stuff, or they want to be more accessible.
Well, that's why when TikTok said, you monetize your videos better if you make them, well, first you were just making them. Mine are short. My TikToks are short, and that's what I think people like, is just get to the point of content. But then all of a sudden, now they're like saying, oh, your content has to be a minute long. My content, I don't think they want to watch a minute long of post.
I think it depends on what it is, because there's a form of narrative content that I think is really popular in that bite-sized bit, where it's almost like a squished down episode in 1 minute.
I think if it was a full episode, if you're making just like doing some TikTok trend. Yeah, that's interesting.
Like in a narrative fashion though. So you're seeing people that are like a one-person show, and they're dressing up in different costumes.
Okay. And have you done them?
I do. I am. We have one that's in production. Yes.
Okay.
Because I think that's kind of where people are spending their time now. And I think part of that also has to do with not even that they don't necessarily want those longer traditional movies or those shows. I think it's because LA Hollywood is not keeping up with what people are looking for. For example, when Gilmore Girls was really popular, we would get 20 plus episodes a season. They were 45 minutes long. You knew those were going to come out very seasonally as expected. And now we have these huge gaps in between seasons. And they're 8 episodes, and you're waiting 3 years for 8 episodes.
I know. And everybody is waiting for this.
Stranger Things, like the lead who plays 11.
The brunette girl,
Yeah, she is married and has a baby now, and I'm supposed to believe that she was just in middle school. And I'm like, because it's been a few years since we've seen her.
Right?
Yeah. Kids grow up. Who would have thought? How are you navigating everything then?
I just go where there's movement.
Right.
So if it's slow, then I'll start doing some music, and then people start calling me to do music things. And then, you know, if it's slow in the music, then I'll like, a friend will call and say, we're doing a indie horror film. And I'll be like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Horror film's fun. So I just did a little indie horror film, but I don't like to watch them, but I like to be in them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I do this show called Scream and Cry that's just now out on Magnolia Pictures, which is it's like a movie review show, like where they show old horror films, like old classic. And then we review them, and it's Scream and Cry, and I play this big rat, Cry. And it's really cute. But I learned more about old horror content from doing that show because I just didn't watch them. And I was like, oh, that's what this is about. Yeah. So when we do interviews or press for that one, they're like, do you like horror movies? And I'm like, I don't really watch them.
Yeah, they're scary.
I just can't. Yeah, I'm sensitive to like things. I have to watch what I watch.
Sure. Yeah, that stuff affects you. I think people don't take that into account as much. How much what you're consuming content really affects you.
You just have to be careful. I used to not be so much, but now I find like what I watch really just like rocks my body out in a certain way, and I'm like, oh no, can't do that.
Definitely. I've noticed that too as I've gotten older, that I'm much more sensitive, which I think is funny. Because when I was younger, I was just like, right? Yeah, I can watch anything. No, like, no big deal, so gory, whatever. But now I'm just like, no.
No. I'm known for being the girl that goes to the movies with, like, I have a group of friends, they call it the movie club. We go see movies, and I'm the one that walks out all the time. Because I'm like, too much violence, too much.
Can't handle it.
Yeah. So they're like, you won't want to see this movie. Don't even bother getting a ticket.
Yeah, that's too much. Not for you, E.G.
Not for me. Does that look big enough?
I think that's great.
Like
that
fits somebody?
I think so.
Okay.
I love the little bear.
Yeah, I put it on.
Oh, it's so cute.
It's cute. Now you're teaching, right?
I've actually been booked out for about like 2 years now, so I actually am stopping. I'm
booked out with
jobs, just work. Great. Like I'm very consistently booked, which is always the dream, I think.
Is that with commercials or?
A little bit of everything. Like I do my voice acting, funny enough, and I think you might be able to relate to this, where it's like you kind of just, you go where you're, like you're saying, where the work is. I get so much of like the technical stuff still. So I do a lot of the thank you for calling stuff, all the phone tree, e-learning, corporate, like that's usually where I end up. But I've been really excited to, because I think we all want to do character work. Like that is kind of everybody's favorite. So I've been doing more, some more video games and stuff coming up, that kind of thing. Yeah, you definitely are an amazing character actor. Like I always love listening to the range that you have, and I wonder if you were probably one of those kids that was like doing voices.
Yeah, I was. When I was little, I used to do lots of little voices.
Yeah.
Especially like baby voices, and you know, I didn't think much about it then, but that's definitely where it started, was baby voices. You know, it was fun.
It's always playing, isn't it? And then you figure out like, oh, I can get paid to play.
Yay!
Like,
that's a good job. The day you can get paid to play.
Which I think is just going to keep being the goal, like as things change, like with Hollywood.
Yeah. Are you having
so
fun?
Different.
Are you enjoying your life? Yeah, there's a lot of people that I know that are doing certain jobs that are really unhappy. And that takes a toll. You have to really be mindful of, is it bringing you joy? And start to notice like, oh, that doesn't work for me anymore. Like I'm not having fun. And then trust that new things will come if you just get brave and try to let go of some of the things that aren't making you happy and move into things that are.
I agree. Important. And I think that's scary for a lot of people, like to give up that security and to go after those things that you're passionate about that maybe aren't quite as lucrative, but it's, we only have one life.
Yeah, it's super scary, but you gotta try. Yeah.
Absolutely, definitely. Do you do much traveling for the holidays?
If I travel, I'll just go do some like little road trip.
Yeah.
Maybe Joshua Tree, my brother lives there.
Oh, Joshua Tree is gorgeous.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Do you enjoy travel? I feel like you're always traveling. Do you enjoy traveling?
Well, the reason why I'm always is because I never did. I was always just like not, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I gotta get out of here. Yeah. So now I am traveling a little bit more, and that feels good.
Was that just something you realized one day then? Was like, I've never really been anywhere? Or?
It just realized that I was being too much of a homebody, and sometimes you get stuck in rhythms. And so, you know, even with sleeping, like certain sleep patterns, what do they call it? Your circadian rhythm.
Yes.
So I found like when I travel, even if the times are all different, it breaks up things. There was a period of time where I was waking up like crazy hours, like 2 a.m, 3 a.m, 5 a.m. And I was like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
My brain would just start talking, like thinking about things, ruminating. And so I find that the traveling really, it does like a reset.
Yeah.
And so I think it's really important to like get away. And sometimes you're like, I don't really feel like going anywhere right now. But even still, when you go away, then you start to notice things are shifting. It's pretty good. Things start shifting.
I think that helps us particularly when it comes to like the type of work that we do, because it also opens up perspective. It gives you a new view on things, and that leads to you being able to...
You're open to try some new things?
Yeah. It's performing like different characters, and you're getting into the headspace of different people, or even communicating with our clients.
And also like it does shift your energy. So if you're like caught in sort of like, weird energy, then you get out of town a little and all of a sudden you're like, oh, you get some new perspective, and then you come back and you work. You're back to work with a little bit fresher perspective.
Definitely.
It's important.
Which I think you can really get into that rut of like, I have to be constantly working, especially with the nature of our job too. It's like, oh, it's here. I'm on that roll and everything. I can't say no to any project.
Yeah, that's a problem when you do that.
Yeah.
I find that I get more work when I'm a little busier booked. And new things come. You think, no, I have to stay here and grind. And then you leave. And then obviously you come back, and then all of a sudden I notice like new opportunities start coming, because you're not just like so focused in. You're a little looser. Yeah.
That's kind of a joke, I think, that I at least have heard around with voice actors, has been like, oh, if you ever have a lull, just book a vacation.
That's what they say.
And then everybody is going to contact you wanting you to work.
Yeah, that's what they say. I had a lot of reads come in while I was on vacation. And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing any of those. And people are like, are you sure you can't do it? I'm like, no, I'm not doing any of those.
Break.
Because you also feel like the right jobs will come. And if you're on vacation and you're not able to, they're not meant for you.
Right. It wasn't meant to be.
No.
I'm finding, though, that when it comes to the way that everything is changing in the industry, too, that creating your own content has become so important. Are you finding that at all, too? And, like, not even just, like, content in the sense of, like, the fun little TikTok videos that we do, but even series. Like, I think that creating something that is really artistically independent and yours is kind of where people are.
I've done a lot of different things over time, but for me right now, like, I just want to have more fun.
Yeah.
And for me, ironically, when I make these TikTok videos, which some of them have gone really crazy viral. Like I have one that reached like 52 or 53 million views.
Wow.
Those to me are really fun. Like I enjoy making them because I just do them as little short vignettes of little moments. And I like that I don't put much energy into them other than just the funny little thing. And then when you see it go from like, you put it in and then you see like 10 views, and then next time you look at it, it's like 4 million views. And you think you're actually impacting or reaching someone with something that just you did for fun, for the joy, for simple, to reach people.
Yeah.
I like that, And yes, it is good to like creating new content. So you're in charge of your own world too.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that is such a big part of it as well. Like you were saying, you're connecting with people, and there's that human connection that really allows us, especially with the way that we are able to use social media nowadays. You can get so close to your fans like that, and it's so personal like that.
I mean, I was doing some job or con, Chicago or something, and I couldn't believe the amount of people that knew me from TikTok.
Right.
I went into a pizza parlor and the girls were like, oh my God. And I was like, hi.
Yeah.
And they were like, you're E.G. Daily, the TikTok. It was like, it's kind of crazy and sweet.
Is that fun to like see the different, because I would imagine different generations probably associate you with different things. So do you find that it's like there's the TikTok generation
now it's TikTok.
then?
And TikTok's connecting a lot of the things though. Because I post a lot of like old music where people are like, oh, I remember those songs, or cartoons. Oh, I remember that cartoon. Or, so it's sort of merging all of it. For some people it'd be like, oh, you sing the 2.5 Men theme song.
Right.
Oh, it's really like connecting the dots for people in a very simple, sweet way.
Yeah.
It's really nice. And the fact that you can connect to fans on there, sometimes they message you and you can have an interaction with someone that lives in New Zealand, or to me, that's just beautiful.
It is. Because that's the whole point of what we do. We're creating art to connect with people. It's a spiritual experience, really, to wax a little hippie poetic.
It is. It's really beautiful.
Yeah. So
and a lot of people are meeting people on social media. I've had friends who've had people slide into their DMs and then they're all of a sudden they're dating. I'm like, well, that's fun.
See, that's like, to me, that's a totally foreign concept to me.
I know.
I feel like, what?
I know. But it happens.
So intimate.
It is. It's crazy. You never know.
Yeah, I guess that's true too. Like keeping open-minded about all of that stuff as well.
You never know. Whatever's fate.
So what are you having fun with the most then? Speaking of just going into those jobs and taking those jobs that like you really are having fun with and focusing on that and passionate about, what does that look like for you right now? What are you excited about?
You know, like right now, I just got offered this like indie feature. And I think what's fun about that is, I think they're like little worlds. Like you get to go in and get lost in a little world for even if it's just a week. Yeah. Be completely consumed in this little world with these people, and then you leave. But that becomes such a imprinted moment in your brain. So for me, I just think I really love getting lost in the moment of whatever the creative project I'm in. And because it creates it changes things inside you. You're like, oh, I had that moment. Like this trip I just did, this job it was a meet and greet. And it imprinted something really beautiful in my brain. I was like, wow, I'm really happy I did that. I almost didn't do it, but I just really appreciate, truthfully, at the end of the day, the connection that I have with people when I do these, I like that.
You were mentioning that. You said that one was really special, just like the people that were there, it was, like just something hit right.
Yeah, it was just so sweet. And the people were they weren't, you know what it was? They weren't Hollywood people. So they weren't like even starstruck. They were just happy to meet you like you were their sister or their friend from school. They're like, oh my God, I love you. Let's hang out. Let's have a drink together. It wasn't like weird, and I didn't feel separate. And that's a big deal. Sometimes you can be at an event where people make you feel like you're not human and you're separate.
Right.
And there's something very beautiful about seeing the humanity in everyone and them seeing you and not just seeing an idea of who you are, but they get to see you. And that's a really powerful thing it's beautiful. That's what this trip was for me. It was really great.
Genuinely authentic, not the way that we like to throw around authenticity as it being a corporate buzzword, but actual authenticity.
It was really, to me, that's what I look for the most in with work is the connections with the people.
Yeah.
Even the engineers or the director, just something about really connecting with people makes me the most happy.
Right.
I find as I get older, that's more important to me than any of it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's something that we don't talk a lot about too, is there are those really special moments where you're on this project, and there's different kinds of projects. There's the voice acting projects where you feel like you're taking direction, you're the performing monkey, you do the thing and you're done.
Yeah, the monkey.
And then there's those times where you're making an art piece with somebody and you're collaborating with the director and you're creating something together.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's why I'll move from music. I get to write songs with this person and be in the studio with this person, to I get to be in the studio doing this cool animated project, to I get to do this funny part in this crazy movie. And it's like you're moving in and out of little worlds of different people where you get to connect in different ways. It's good.
Yeah.
I really like it.
It really does. I feel like I keep using this phrase, but it really is so much about that human experience. Yeah. Getting to be a part of that.
Yeah. How are we doing?
I love the cheese. That's really cute. I love all the little things you made. Let's see. So you have this little bunny. Oh, it's a bunny. I thought it was a teddy bear.
It's really cute. I did too.
That's really adorable.
Cute. There we go.
Look at these. Oh, thank you so much.
We're done?
So cute.
That was it?
We have one last thing. It's just 2 minutes.
Okay,
where
let's do
I am
it.
going to ask you very silly rapid fire questions, and you are going to make the best bracelet that you can in 2 minutes.
So I make a bracelet in 2 minutes?
As best you can, yes.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, and go.
Okay.
What's your go-to comfort movie?
This is 40 and Bridesmaids.
Would you rather eat rice for life or noodles for life?
Rice.
What pizza topping is a red flag?
Bacon.
Oh. What famous film costume would you wear for the day if you could?
Something from Outlander.
Ooh. Of all the characters you've played, who would you want to go to lunch with?
Buttercup.
Yes. Have you ever taken anything from a set?
Probably clothes, but they allowed me to. Like they don't want you to take it, but you have to ask. But yeah, clothing, certain clothing was cool.
Breakfast for dinner or dinner for breakfast?
Breakfast for dinner.
Of course.
Of course.
What apocalypse survival skill would you bring to your group?
How to stay cozy and warm.
Important.
Yeah.
Which extinct animal would you bring back if you could?
A dinosaur.
Yes. If animals could talk, which one do you think would be the most annoying?
A red panda. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Just looks like he has an attitude.
I don't know. It's so cute. Okay.
Are you an early bird or a night owl?
I used to be more of a night owl, but now I'm an early bird.
What's your favorite holiday tradition?
I think, again, family connecting, eating a beautiful meal. Thanksgiving.
That's a good one.
Right?
Yeah. Do you prefer sweet or salty snacks?
It depends. Sometimes salty more than sweet. I don't do a lot of sweets, and once in a while sweet.
Yeah.
More salty, I guess.
Depends on the day.
Yeah.
Would you prefer a sun or a snow vacation?
Oh, sun probably.
Your favorite thing about your job?
Getting to be different people, different ages, inanimate objects, boy, girl, different sexes. Great.
What superhero power do you want?
Healing.
Last song you listened to?
Noah Cyrus. It's a really beautiful acoustic song. I'm done, just about. Oh, I can't believe it.
Oh no!
Oh God, no more questions.
No more questions.
Oh God, that's
and then
terrible.
she left.
I really wanted that one for someone.
No, we'll put it together again. That's
okay. All right.
Well, and I won't ask you rapid fire questions.
No, it was good. I like that. It's okay. That's fun.
That's so fun.
I will build it the same way. It'll be good.
Absolutely.
It was just light blue and purple. And then
It was really cute. It was really pretty.
I know.
And if you'd like to own any of these bracelets made here today by EG, head to the link in the description below. Every dollar goes to Last Chance for Animals and Toby's Small Dog Rescue. Thanks for watching. And remember, every bracelet has a story. Every story helps a cause. See you next time.